Hi, my name is Aaron Nangle. I'm the owner of WaiverProvider.com and SupportCoordinators.com. There are two websites that are designed to help many people be able to get help and information about the Medicaid waivers that you can truly understand. Also, it is a place that you can find people to help you and your loved ones. Here with me today is the new interim director for APD, Mr. James DeBeaugrine. How are you today?
Doing fine.
Good.
How are you?
Thank you so much for inviting me today. I'm wonderful. And to start, on being the interim director for APD, what have you been focusing on since you've been named the interim director of APD for the last 6 weeks?
Well, largely, as you and the people who visit your site know, we are under a lot of stress and there are a lot of changes being made, so we're trying to cope with that. One of the things that has been a priority of mine is trying to improve the communication both within our organization and also the communication between our organization and outside stakeholders. I would like to see more involvement, not less involvement, from families, consumers, and from our business partners. I think that the way that we can make the best out of a stressful situation is only if we work together, and that requires good, consistent, strong communication.
And who is Jim? Who is James DeBeaugrine? What's your background? What did you do prior to becoming the interim director?
Well, prior to becoming the interim director, I was the deputy director for Agency for Persons with Disabilities, and I served in that capacity for since August of 2007. I became the interim director on May the 23rd. Prior to that, I spent 19 years working with the Florida House of Representatives as first a budget analyst for the House Appropriations Committee, where my first budget assignment was actually the old Developmental Services Program, so I have a fairly long history. After that, I went on to be the staff director of the Criminal Justice and Judiciary Appropriations Committees in the House, and that was my most recent assignment before I came here.
And people describe you as a numbers guy. Do you think that is an accurate description? And how would you describe yourself?
Well, obviously with my background, I'm good at math, and I'm handy with a spreadsheet. I have a strong knowledge of the state budget process, and I know the legislative process really well, obviously. But if I were just a numbers guy, I would have never left the legislature. That's numbers central. That's numbers nirvana up there in the legislature. I would have never come here. The fact is, I've had a passion for the people that we serve and the issues that affect them ever since I first got this budget assignment, which was 19 years ago. I have a family member with a disability who lives right next door, and I truly believe that he deserves to live in good health, to feel safe and secure, and to be able to exercise his right to pursue his dreams just like everybody else does. And that's very important to me. I care about this agency because I care about the people that we serve. I may be naive, but I think I can make a difference. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here.
And where is APD right now? Can you explain exactly what you walked into, what the state of APD is when you took over?
Well, I think that contrary to what a lot of people may think from the outside, there are a lot of people who have dedicated their entire life to doing this. A lot of people who are working as hard as they can. I think you would be amazed at how good the morale is despite the pressures, despite the challenges that we face. Certainly we're going to have to continue to deal with that. Stress does take its toll, but I'm not ready to give up on APD just yet, and certainly we can't afford to give up on providing top-notch service and support to the people that we all care about.
And what do you feel needs to be changed at APD right now?
I think I've already touched on that. I believe that we need to be more consistent in communication. I want us to improve our communication skills. I want to increase the level of accountability. We are asking managers to be managers. We're giving them their budget, and they're going to be responsible for managing a budget. I'm asking the area offices to step up and to be more in charge of managing the problems down at the area level. I want more input from the area offices, and I want more input from family members, providers, and other stakeholders, because we can't do this alone. I mean, one thing that I learned in the legislature is that I don't possess perfect wisdom, and neither does anybody else. The more good minds we can get working on these problems that are common to all of us, the better chance we're going to find to be able to arrive at a good resolution.
True. Now the CDC Plus program, what's your opinion about it, and do you think it is a good thing?
I believe CDC Plus is a very good thing for certain consumers who desire to have that level of flexibility, but are also willing to take the responsibility. And that's something that our own managers are finding, that with flexibility, that's the good news. The bad news is that also includes more responsibility. You may have to roll up your sleeves and work a little bit, but I think it is a wonderful concept for those people who are able and willing to do the work that it would take. I think it can be a tremendous benefit.
And about support coordinators, are support coordinators safe now? There is still talk of waiver support coordinators being brought back to APD as state workers, and a lot of support coordinators talk to each other, and they're kind of concerned. What's your thoughts on that?
There are no internal discussions taking place in this agency right now related to taking support coordinators in as state workers. That issue was decided a compromise at a special session in 2007 whenever the needs assessment process got moved to state workers. I don't anticipate anything further that would relate to support coordinators.
Well, let's hope not. In regards to ABC, the Excellence in Support Coordination, in case you haven't heard of them, they are a free resource group for all support coordinators. They started a petition to have ABC access reinstated, as many support coordinators have been asking for ABC back. Some were told that APD took ABC in the name of less work as their pay was cut. Is there any reason that a compromise can't be made, and that at least the support coordinators that want ABC back can have ABC back?
Well, we've heard those concerns. We've seen the petitions, and we polled our area offices. Of course, there's not 100% universal agreement on the topic. I have spoken with some support coordinators. We're willing to have an open mind on that, and see if there is a way to. There are certain aspects of the ABC system that I think we could look at in terms of having the support coordinators become more involved. The thing that I do want to do is I believe that it is probably important that it be consistent.
Exactly.
In other words, if one support coordinator has access to it, and it's that person's responsibility to make sure that that field is kept up to date, I think it's going to be important to have that be uniform statewide, so that there's not, you don't have to guess who is responsible for making sure that information was correctly captured.
Exactly.